Breakfast in Asia. It's always such an exciting treasure hunt. We offer way more than just bacon and eggs, even in a former British colony like Singapore.
This is why Singapore is amazing. They have every aspect of Asian breakfast you can possibly imagine. So this is similar to a Taiwanese breakfast. Maybe we'll get some of this later.
But I am Taiwanese, and I want to talk about the breakfast that comes from my island. At first glance, you'd be forgiven to think that what we eat in the morning is but a hash of Chinese food. But it's more than just that, man.
You start to mention breakfast food, and I think there is a dichotomy in Taiwan between breakfast foods that were from this mainland arrival in the 1940s and breakfast foods that were enjoyed beforehand.
I think it's only since Taiwan became a lot more urbanized, a lot more industrialized and developed, that people have actually got into the habit of eating different things for breakfast as opposed to having, leftovers from the night before for breakfast.
My hunch, though, is this. Beyond being what we eat first thing in the morning, a Taiwanese breakfast carries a lot of emotional memories from the island's last 70 years and then some. The menu itself is like a map of how we have changed over the decades. And it tells more about us than some may think. This is my journey to unearth these stories. My name is Eric Sze, and I'm the cook behind 886 and Wen Wen, two Taiwanese restaurants in New York City. I was raised in Taiwan, grew up in Taipei until I was 18, came to New York for college, and kind of just stuck around. In many ways, I'm in the food business because it's something I love. It is also something that is very much part of me as a person. I make my own version of Taiwanese food, from my memories of what I grew up eating, and teaching others how to make it too.
This is Genesis, one of our youngest cooks.
It's a very immersive experience that we have here. I get taught a lot. Oh, actually, my first day here, he taught me the sizzling noodle technique.
Oh, yeah.
That was really how I knew, it was...
That's not Taiwanese. That's a Xi'an style technique. But the sizzling, the noodle is Xi'an style, but then the technique of pouring hot oil onto a bunch of aliums and spices, that's like shared across different continents of food, really. But it's mostly about how there's that contrast, right? Because the only Asian cooking experience you had prior to this is cooking at a Thai restaurant.
Yeah, and the approach to flavors is very different.
Yeah, but then like so many of the techniques you can find parallels with.
For sure.
Like just using a wok, right?
For sure.
When first time I saw you on a wok, I was blown away. And it's like, he's also working on a few dishes right now. That's like really cool.
There's a salmon noodle that we're trying, and we're also working on a collaboration. What I find about Taiwanese flavor is that it's very powerful, but it's also like delicately so. Like it's like the flavors come at you and they're meant to keep your attention, but like it's very hard to get to that point. That's something that I found. Is like you can't just throw things in a pot and get Taiwanese flavor.
It's very interesting because I grew up Taiwanese, obviously. You didn't grow up Taiwanese, obviously. And so I'm always very excited to see kind of an outsider's perspective in.
Yeah.
Everyone has their idea of what Taiwanese food means. For some, it's a way of expressing themselves in a culinary manner. Others, like me, have that personal connection with it. And I'm not the only one building a memory map of my upbringing as a Taiwanese. I've got an old buddy, who I also consider a mentor. He does that too. Even though he grew up on the West Coast rather than Taiwan. And you guessed it, he serves breakfast.
What's up, guys?
Come check out our kitchen. I mean, it's not that small, but it is pretty small.
Whole Foods is a strictly electric kitchen.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unheard of. Well, unheard of until I went to Europe, and everybody was
Everyone's electric in Europe. If this was gas, if this is like a gas candy burner with like 150,000 BTUs, you would be burning. Our beef is over here, soup is over here. It's probably super hot right now. We have a little braise, a couple hot sauces that are just melting, and then I've never done breakfast before. We did this, and I've only been to breakfast places, so we were kind of trying to figure out, you know, how to do this thing. So we cooked pan with just like someone stirring it for 2 hours, Patrick, and he would always burn it, and we'd always get mad at him.
It just pops out to use his phone for like 5 seconds, and
it'll just burn.
I think for the first few times I came for breakfast, my only complaint was really just probably the speed. But then that was something that you guys were working on. You guys are busy as fuck. And now you make your own scallion pancake.
I think I still am a California kid. Grew up in Los Angeles with both parents immigrating from Taiwan in kind of the early 1980s. We grew up in a place where we had so much different types of Chinese or Asian food. You know, we had Zhejiang cuisine, we had Cantonese cuisine, we had Taiwanese food, we had breakfast shops. My parents always had a sense of Taiwanese pride, and they made us very well aware ever since we were a kid that, you know, we were from Taiwan, we were Taiwanese. You're Taiwanese. This restaurant is Chinese, this restaurant is Taiwanese.
All right, that gets the savory soy milk with pork loss, the fan tuan, just pork milk, the radish cake, the scallion pancake with egg, and I'll also do a cold half-sweet soy milk. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is house-made cold soy milk, half-sweet. Just like Taiwan. Even better than Taiwan, in my opinion. He's really got the consistency right. It's just thick enough. Thank you. Come to Papa. Work of art, really. This is scallion pancake with a soft, semi-scrambled egg inside. It's like a house-made hot sauce. They used to make a hot sauce with beef tallow as like a base, kind of like the beef noodle soup places where you scoop your own hot sauce. But now I think they switched to a vegan version. This, the crown jewel of fan tuan, in my opinion. Like every single grain you can just see is so plump and simple. So it's fried like 3 times, completely dehydrated, extra crispy. Insists on soaking the sticky rice and then just steaming it the old-fashioned traditional way. Each grain is distinct, and it's just something special about his really, really stupid stubbornness that makes all his food so good. This is probably the simplest dish on your menu,
Yeah.
right? There's nothing simpler than this. It's 4 ingredients.
Yeah.
It's rice, youtiao,
Yeah.
肉松, and 榨菜.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
And the fact that it's my favorite thing on the menu.
When I was a kid, I always liked being in the kitchen. I liked cooking. I don't know if I understood what cooking meant until I started working in restaurants. You know, what consistency and kind of executing at a certain level. I think it was my wife, to be honest. I've always wanted to do this. And on our first date, she's like, "What's your plan?" I've said that I wanted to open a Taiwanese restaurant. New York City needs more Taiwanese food.
This is the one thing I feel like really worked on for a long time. It's really curdled quite nicely.
I like to have like watery, like if it is watery on the bottom, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to make tofu, I like it like that. So I don't want it so creamy and thick. I want it like, you know, some texture in there. And other than that, we just use like a couple different types of vinegar. That's it, you know?
How long did it take you to figure this out?
Yeah, we never done this before, so I was like, I don't know, just, you know, like read a book about how to make soy milk and, you know. Obviously, a lot of Taiwanese people have kind of come up in support of what all of us done, but also people who are not Taiwanese at all, but their parents worked in Taiwan for like 10 years of their childhood, and they have this strong memory of it. This is like pretty straightforward. Like we grind, we cut up radishes, we saute it.
Yeah.
We try to put like not a ton of flour in there. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Good rice flour?
A little bit of rice flour, a little bit of tapioca flour, and that's it, you know. I'm exposed to two, you know, or three. You know, the one restaurant that my parents love and their version that they make, maybe like my grandmother, the way she made it. Go back to Taiwan, I'll taste things, I'll take notes and, you know, try to remember what I'm tasting here.
If I have to use this word, I will only use this word for Richard. His food is really traditional. And it's traditional in the best possible sense, where he has a memory of one shop for each dish. He goes by that standard. Like Yonghe Doujiang for his breakfast stuff. He just wants to be as close as possible to that flavor, to that dish, whether it be in presentation or ingredients. And he really insists on using the best possible quality ingredients. It's very easy to take that statement for granted, but when you're dealing with Taiwanese food in New York, that's very hard.
Watch out for the dog shit.
Yeah, yeah. Those are expensive.
Still expensive.
People don't realize how space-consuming and time-consuming Taiwanese food is. Space and time are probably the two most expensive things in New York. And labor. People cost money. And the fact that he is really kind of focusing on the super traditional techniques of making your own soy milk, soaking sticky rice, making scallion pancakes from scratch. That is how far he's willing to go.
You know, as much as we want to honor those things, you know, food will evolve and food will change over time. The things that our parents thought were so Taiwanese, you know, were they Taiwanese for their grandparents? The thing I try to think about on both sides is what excites me, what are the things that are very traditional, like that knowledge that my parents have passed on to me. If you don't think about the Taiwanese part, it's very easy as a cook to just trickle down and see the techniques and flavor profiles that everyone is playing around with, which is fun and great. But I think if we keep the purpose of what we're trying to do in mind, we can create a better understanding and kind of a deeper understanding of what this dish is and what this can be. It's like you figure out a way to make it taste good, and you know, with the equipment you have, and that's kind of it. We're walking from the shop to Eric's first shop.
Yeah, what
Eric's
used to be my first shop, 21st Avenue.
I was always trying to find Taiwanese food, and I never went to a place that was like, okay, this is good. And I remember the first time I went there, I was like, oh, yo, someone's doing this. I just feel like, man, it's like, it just tastes so Taiwanese. This is it. It's so different, huh?
It seems like yesterday
Well, the kitchen was in front.
the kitchen was in front, so
Yeah.
they took that off, because they were probably put the kitchen in the front.
It's like a little, kind of a crazy place.
The dirtiest and messiest open kitchen in the East Village.
Well, I figure you guys were like tried all these different ways of making soup and boiling noodles and rinsing noodles. And,
Yeah.
you know, you guys did a lot.
Oh man, dude,
I
it's
think-
New York City, dude. Every shop has the life expectancy of what, 2 years at max.
Max.
There's a certain statistic. Every year, about 80% of the new restaurants fail, and of those 80%, I think like 60% fail within the first 6 months. So many people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars opening a restaurant just to lose all of it. There's gotta be something that you do specifically that can be passed down to the next generation of restaurateurs.
I think any business is just You know, maybe it's oversimplification. You just don't be and care about what you do and make sure it gets better, but be okay with where it's at right now too.
Richard Ho and I go pretty far back. He's been sort of like a mentor, and he has just his philosophy on food and his philosophy on running the business is something I really respect. He has that, again, the Japanese-style Zen master, only doing one thing for the rest of his life kind of mentality and approach to his business and his food.
Richard, he's a perfectionist, serving out Taiwanese breakfast on a chick street in New York. It's a bit of a delicacy here since he only does this menu on the weekends. But what of the regular breakfast shops in Taiwan itself? What are they like these days? And what can the owners behind these restaurants tell us about the times they've seen?
I would say for breakfast in Taiwan, there are really two types of breakfast eatery. There's the type which is, you could say, reflects Chinese tradition and serves hot soy milk and various baked products. And then a different type of breakfast shop which sells what they call hamburgers, but they're pork-based, they're not beef-based hamburgers. So it's very unusual that you find one breakfast place that will follow both of these traditions. I wouldn't call the latter one about the corn soup and the hamburgers really a tradition. And even for the soybean milk and the youtiao, it's traditional in China, but it's a relatively recent thing in Taiwan.
And so the idea of a Taiwanese breakfast, a lot of people would say xiaobing youtiao, which is like the wheat-based buns, and youtiao is a wheat-based fried stick. This is a tradition that was popularized by northern Chinese immigrants to Taiwan who came there, you know, during the end of the 1940s and opened up these places where they had soy milk and all these breakfast food things, and they are very popular in Taiwan.
In many ways, the average person is spoiled in terms of breakfast choices in today's Taiwan. Decades of globalization now means that you can have just about anything. I, however, want to go back to the kind of food I had in the mornings growing up. The menu itself hides many clues about how we are as a people when I think about it now.
So it is 6:25 in the morning, and we're here at Juan Lai Sun having breakfast. It's been 3 years since I've had Taiwanese breakfast in Taiwan. And I'm not a massive breakfast person in general. The only breakfast I have in America is Whole Foods. But I will get up for this any day of the week. The thing about breakfast is that it's supposed to be affordable, it's supposed to be fast, and it's supposed to be comforting. It doesn't have to be the most gourmand thing in the world, right? But it provides a level of comfort for people on the go. When you're looking at the line, the takeaway line was way longer than the dine-in line, right? And the takeaway line was moving so much faster. So that's where the business is. And so I think the food really reflects those three actionable items. It's fast. I got all my food within 45 seconds. It's affordable. I over-ordered. I ordered enough for 4 people. It was $5, 150 NT. Most people probably spend 50 NT at most. So yeah, it checks all those boxes. If you look at this tray, it's literally a map of the greatest hits across mainland China. Right? It's like a gas station. You know, all the gas stations have the best food, especially in the middle of America, you know? We have the turnip cake, and when there's an option to add eggs, you always add eggs, because it's just extra flavor and extra texture. This is savory soy milk, which is a constant in my life. Looks kind of different. I'm pretty intrigued. It coagulates in a different manner than the soy milk we get stateside. It's a lot thicker. This is a danbing. So danbing is essentially like a thin tortilla. Flour-based, and then they add a little bit of scallions to it, and then there's an egg cracked in. I've also never had it like this. I've never had a youtiao inside a danbing. Normally I get the youtiao with the saobing, which is sort of like a tandoori bread, or a Taiwanese croissant, if you will. It's got nice thin layers inside. They got an auntie frying all the youtiao in the back. Impeccable skill. I've always wondered how they stay crispy, because they're still a crisp, even though it's been like steamed inside of this egg and flour concoction. It's like a burrito. But this is what I grew up eating. This is my dad's favorite, so he'd always order this for me as a kid. So, shaobing. It's basically sort of like a puff pastry, but Taiwanese style. Lard is used as kind of the leavener between sheets of dough. It presses together, and at the high temperature, it puffs up, creating the layers. Same technique as croissants, just lard instead of butter. With any labor-intensive society, the breakfast is almost always super carb heavy, right? So when you look, this is legitimately carb on carb on carb.
I mean, before Taiwan struck it rich in the 1980s with the economic boom, life on the island was quite basic. The average person probably made just a few dollars a month on average back in the 1970s. So, this breakfast menu still retains a fragrance of that leaner times. But I think it also tells the story of the hustlers that transformed Taiwan into an economic tiger.
The breakfast boss lady, man, she's like, I think she's under the disguise of an old grandma. When somebody's an old grandma, automatic thing you assume is they're super nice, crazy hospitable, but you can just tell she's a sharp entrepreneur. 是本店吗？因为我看到你们有2家店。
对，这家是本店，这家就1988年就开了。
那你们第2家是什么时候开的？
第2家开还不到5年。
当初怎么会开这间店呢？
因为要生活啊，要赚钱啊，所以就想说做生意比较有钱赚。
那你之前也是做这一类的早餐吗？还是？
没有。
那是怎么去学习到？
我就是我刚开店的时候，我东西都是批发的。
啊，了解。
但是我摸手一样就加一样进来卖，卖到最后我的东西都自己做。因为我有工厂。
啊 ，OK。
我有工厂，所以我的豆浆、我的炒酸菜、我的萝卜糕都从我的工厂来。我大儿子在工厂做。
啊，了解。The kind of entrepreneurial spirit in the 1980s Taiwan, that's just, it's kind of unmatched. It's almost like Silicon Valley today. Everybody wanted to be somebody because everybody had money, right? And that was just kind of the environment. That's how like my folks came up, you know? She has that spirit paired with the passion of cooking, right? So she got her Chinese cooking license. She's a master in Sichuan food because she wants to eat it, but she can't find anywhere to eat it. Her passion for cooking paired with her innate entrepreneurial spirit and talent. That's what we got.
我的东西大部分都是以我喜欢的口感下去做。
对。
我刚好也是说，在这边是眷村啊，眷村的那些伯伯他们都喜欢吃面食。
对。
刚好我本身也不喜欢吃皮。你看那个以前那个台湾包子，那个皮都是有加糖，所以他们来到高雄吃到这种包子都很高兴。他说台南就没有这种包子。
老板娘，你可以跟我聊一下，就是像我们台式早餐的，尤其这一类台式早餐的历史，因为它毕竟是从眷村发起。假如说是一个从来没有吃过台式早餐的人来看你们的菜单， 会觉得说好像是中国内地最出名的早餐，全部加起来放在一个 menu 上。
我自己饮食关系，我打从我上小学的时候，我吃的东西都喜欢吃外省口味。我喜欢吃那个道地的四川菜山东大饼什么的。反正我吃到那种东西，我都喜欢加辣椒、酱油、醋，都是酸酸辣辣。
那你自己本身长大的时候，你早餐都吃什么？
我们那个时候很穷啊，都嘛吃稀饭，
都是稀饭，
都要做煮的水水的腌萝卜。你做工的人都喜欢吃饭，这些面粉的其实都是那些外省人带过
来过了，
因为他们以前当兵都有，军中都有发那个的面粉，面粉他们就自己会做面条啦，做水饺，做什么面都是自己和，做馒头什么的。其实这种东西都是他们外省人以前他们在吃的，他们的外省人不吃饭。
对啊，因为其实每一样东西的起源点都有一点不一样。
萝卜糕我这个算是我们台湾的，
就是
因为怎样？因为我们早期我们台湾人都会过年过节都会蒸萝卜糕。你说那个广东的那个是他们都有换腊肉啦，换什么？这是港式的啦。对，我们这个不是港式，我们这是台式的。
对。
The breakfast menu is a mashup of what locals in Taiwan were eating, as well as the Chinese influences brought in by the soldiers who came to Taiwan after the Chinese Civil War. I find this military connection intriguing. So,
I'm headed back to Tainan to check out another popular breakfast dish. One that started because former Muslim soldiers who came over to Taiwan after the Chinese Civil War in 1949, they needed a craft to survive once it became clear that they would not be fighting anymore, nor would they be going back to their ancestral homes in China. And you guessed it, due to their religion, they were not making any of the pork dishes that dominate a large part of all Taiwanese recipes. So they took up beef with something else. Over 60 years later, some of what they created is now a must-have staple and delicacy.
你好，你好。
嗨。
谢谢你带我们来。我们这里开多久？
大概20几年了。
20几年。哦，这个是新店。
这边是新店，移过来大概只有几年而已。
OK， 这厨房超级大。
对，因为做的比较透明，让大家看得比较安心。对，
确实是。
哎，
那我们继续看一下厨房。
好，里面请哦。
I mean, beef soup place. I know it's famous. You can tell, right? The lines and everything. They've been on many shows. But a lot of times when you go to these famous places, they fall flat because of the sheer quantity they have to do and the failure at scaling. But like fame itself will carry their business. But this place, it really, I think it really exceeded my expectations. Whether it be the soup or the quality of the beef, both of these things, they got it down to a T. 炒菜，对，是放在那里面。
我们每一区都有每一区的工作区域。
OK， 切好的牛肉是放在那里。
对。
然后你们称重装碗里，然后呢再拿到那边去倒。
对。
OK， 所有东西通通都 SOP 化。
对。
你们的汤就是大骨、洋葱，一大堆蔬菜水果嘛，对不对？
对，还有一些新鲜的那个大腩、小腩。
哦，牛腩。
牛腩跟小腩。
您继续，不好意思，这个是大师在工作。Kitchen process and operation, how it's set up, smooth as butter. The one thing you can tell is where they cut the meat, they have this little window, and then they weigh out, they ounce out or gram out their beef per order in the bowls, and then they pass the bowl through the small window to the person on the side where they ladle the soup in, and then once the soup is done, the window for expediting is right in front. So it's boom, 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 boom. That is their bread and butter, right? This is like a paradox. How can something so light be so flavorful? It makes no sense. Visually, it might look like it's very hearty and it's very rich. It simply is not, because you gotta remember the cattle is really lean. So when you're not adding any extra fat to the broth, right? All they do, the preparation is just this pour hot broth onto raw beef. That's it.
For the beef soup, I mean, I wouldn't say it's heavy. It's not a beef noodle soup. It tends to be, you know, very thin slices of beef served in, you know, in a very hot liquid. It's not like having a pile of carbohydrates.
But how did the locals here even start the habit of having beef soup as breakfast? Especially when beef was only introduced to the Taiwanese menu just over 70 years ago.
像吃牛肉汤这一个习俗，到底是从哪里来的？
早期是半夜宰杀，因为它没有那么盛行。这边靠海比较多那种渔民，那他们半夜出海，他们要去出海之前可以去吃这个早餐。
It's fascinating how an ingredient that was once the lifeline for Muslim soldiers looking for work as cooks became an everyday staple of South Taiwan's fishing community. What about breakfast shops to the island's north, like the city of Taipei? What stories can their menus reveal?
My next stop is a local staple and a real classic of Taiwanese breakfast scene. The interesting story behind this restaurant chain is the fact that the original founders were also ex-military. What kind of memories are hidden in the spread that they serve?
所以你们总共有多少蒸的产品？
蒸的产品有小笼包、菜包、马来糕、肉包、馒头，基本上就这样。
5样 ，OK。韭菜盒子吗？
没有，这是萝卜丝饼。
萝卜丝饼。
对，这个萝卜丝饼我们是发面嘛，发了一阵子醒开面了再去炸。啊，这是烤炉。
这是你们烤烧饼。
烤烧饼，我们以前是用传统式的
那个 tandoori 这样。
对对对，那个类似贴墙壁那样。我们不是，我们是用上面下面翻的。
什么时候开始换这个的
？3年的。
我们在纽约这个是拿来烤披萨。
对，烤披萨，很好烤，对不对？基本上我们这几个产品最多呢，烧饼油条、萝卜丝蛋饼，还有饭团、小笼包，这是我们的主要的产品。米浆有，热的米浆，冰的也有。这是米浆。然后豆浆，我们有做甜的、咸的、清浆嘛，这一定。这个直接用小火烧开，大火烧开以后就小火保持温度。
豆浆不是很容易焦吗？
这个传统锅的话，它就是有焦香味，它的焦就是它会有锅巴嘛，它那个焦跟烧焦的焦不一样。
如果今天闻到那个焦香味。
如果今天它如果真的不是黄豆，用黄豆粉，基本上它是不会有豆皮的。
豆皮是它豆本身的油脂。
对，上面的一个豆皮凝固在上面，那蛋白质就在上面。
蛋白质不是油脂，
那也是属于蛋白质的一部分。
OK。
那真的是黄豆才会有这样子。如果说用黄豆粉，那基本上不会有豆皮。
理解。哇，还有萝卜糕。
这是萝卜糕，煎萝卜糕嘛。这是打烧饼，这是烫面的。
烧饼我研究好久，怎么样就是做不出来。你真的就是做不出来。
你用什么面？
我用烫面，然后呢，我是配中筋跟低筋面粉，好像是80-20的比例。
哦，但是我自己一直尝试，
然后油酥用不一样的比例，然后油酥用不一样的油，通通一直试，只有成功过1次。
油酥的问题吧？
可能是。
这个小笼包，我们不敢跟鼎泰丰比了，鼎泰丰是比较小颗啦，它的比较小，一个店里面有30-40个师傅在包，开玩笑。我们不敢跟他比了，但我们有特色，就是说我们小笼包是做一个延展性的，让提升我们另外一个，让消费者另一种选择，就是做小笼煎包。我们的研发团队，我们的师傅都很厉害。
你们这个小笼包是机器包的吗？
我们这个是前一阵子是才改机器的。
They're arguably one of the oldest, right? To bring soy milk and shaobing and youtiao from Shandong to Taipei. And that in itself has value because again, that family decided what Taiwanese breakfast looks like. And then it's about the evolution. right? How did that family continue on to reinvent itself? And I think the most obvious example is them switching to machine-made. That's not an easy decision. People can tell, but if we put ourselves in their shoes, it's like, okay, labor is getting crazy expensive. The technology is getting much better. What is the logical next step? We're not a dumpling shop, so let's switch this. 这边是哪一年开始的？
我们这边是1955年，民国44年开始的，就是有2个，就是北方的退伍老兵，然后他们因为沿袭了他们在之前的一个手艺，然后到台湾来的时候就做这样子一个口味，就这样子一个行业就对了。刚开始是以3轮车这样子的方式去贩售。
那一开始的餐点是用什么开始做起？因为不可能一开始就这么多样。
没有，刚开始卖的很简单。据我以前的老板，我跟他相处了10几年，他说刚开始卖的只有豆浆跟烧饼油条，
就这2样。
对，后面才有包子，再来才有酥饼。
这个早餐的文化最原始是从中国传过来的，
可以这么说。
那是中国哪一个地方呢？
他们是山东
人，
山东人。
理解，因为我看来看去，山东的烧饼不长这样子。
哦，
对不对？这其实比较靠近福建闽南的那种烧饼。
对，就可能他们之后也有比较接近所谓的改变，跟着台湾的一个接受度，然后去做改变这样子。
那大哥，你是几年来这边工作
？70几年。
70几年。
所以来了37年。也说前半段没有看到，后半段是看到这家店的成长。
台湾的，或甚至于这一家店的转变，你有特别的观察到什么吗？
这个应该是说台湾不断的在进步，社会不断在进步。那当然了，你要求被改变，要不然你就会被淘汰嘛。适者生存，不适者被淘汰。那不断的在改变的环境里面。我们的老板一直在要求说，这个品项能够让消费者接受，那我们能够加以让这个食材能够在地化，然后所有的食材在地化以后取得比较简单，然后在制作的过程里面相对的它也比较容易，其他衍生的问题会比较少。再来说，它的口感会相对的比较好，这是我们老板的一个坚持。
We see the same thing, the exact same theme of the military coming to Taiwan, military personnel retiring, and then being essentially forced to do business. The only skill set they have outside of being a general, a soldier, whatever it is always linked to some sort of nostalgia. And that nostalgia decided the future of millions of people and what kind of breakfast they ate. And the things that people open up overseas because of that nostalgia. Everything is linked because of that one decision. And when they were talking about it, I was just like, wow. 像你刚刚讲了，当初老兵退伍，是因为思念，是有就是怀念家乡的味道，
对，
然后所以才开。那你觉得思念这个本身这个主题，占据了多少？因为真的是当初就是因为想念家乡味道，然后回不去了，所以必须被迫自己来开。那这个在台湾的美食上有没有一些其他的东西像这样子的？
这个我比较少有这个方面的资讯，但我知道我们老板，因为他当初我跟他跟了10几年嘛。他有这样子跟我提，也是这样子一个，当初打仗完回来台湾来，然后思念他家乡的味道，然后因为也是他的一技之长，也是，那就不如说，那我们来试试看，做这个我家乡的味道试试看。因为台湾那时候也没有所谓的豆浆店，
对，
豆浆是从大陆，民国40几年从大陆那边山东带过来，他们带过来，而且是草创，就是由他们在永和这边 可以讲说就是同时间，其他台北市有没有我不知道，这由他的口述告诉我，
对，
就是他在永和这边落脚，是这样子来的。那当然是对他家乡本身的一个很大的一个感触很多，然后他也怀念，想说那我做家乡的口味也没错，这样子，然后慢慢因为所以才日渐的这样子经济上来，荣景才一直这样子变成到今天的这样子一个荣面。
因为思念而开始做永和豆浆，
对，
但是却是因为天时地利人和，
对，可以这么讲，
才把永和这个地名永远搭配上了豆浆，
对，
就好像日本拉面，
对，可以这么讲。
Nostalgia. Longing for a home that one cannot go back to. Whatever you call it. To make good food, emotion is just as important. And while some may think that we Taiwanese are just pragmatic hustlers, it says a lot when what we choose to eat first in the morning makes up a map that traces a war-torn history of not too long ago. That sense of memory translates even here to New York. Richard would not have started his breakfast shop if he did not remember growing up in a Taiwanese family along the West Coast. And even for myself, I may not offer breakfast on my menu, but I'm not shy to say that each dish we serve is a fragment of my childhood in Taiwan. Now, all I need to do is to combine these emotions with some shark instincts and make a Taiwanese food empire.